This is factoring two terms part 2. This is difference and sum of cubes. So if you see a perfect cube minus a perfect cube, or a perfect cube plus a perfect cube, this is our formula. So let's look at some nice little coincidences here. If you look at the signs, these are the same. So if we have a minus, it's the same sign, right in the middle. And then the next sign, you notice if that's minus, it's plus. That's plus, it's minus. These are opposite. And then the last one is positive. So we put always positive. And if you notice, it spells something. It spells soap. So our signs are based on soap. Same, opposite, always positive. And then the other pattern is, you notice it's A, it's A, it's B, it's B. And then our first term in our trinomial is A times A, and then it's A times B, and then it's B times B. If you know the patterns behind these, you don't have to memorize the formula. So let's try one. So we already know that this one is a minus, so it's going to look like this. Same, opposite, always positive. So now it's set up. So it's same, opposite, always positive. Now what we have to do is find out what's being cubed. So if we put a parenthesis with a cube, and a parenthesis with a cube, then we know this is an x, because x cubed, and that would have to be a 3. The more you do of these, the more you'll memorize it. You have 27, 8, 64. There's perfect cubes. So if that's an x and that's a 3, then that's an x and that's a 3. And once you know that, the rest of the whole problem is done. So it's going to be this one times itself. So x times x is x squared. And then the middle is you put them together. X times 3. See how it's AB? So that's 3x. And then the last one is itself times itself. So it's 9. Now it's not minus 3, it's just 3. You don't have to worry about the signs. We've already taken care of those. So it's x times 3, 3 times 3. And there's the factored form. So let's try another. So we set it up. This is plus, because it's same, opposite, always positive. And then now what is being cubed? So that's a y. That's a 2. So it's y plus 2. And then the first one is y times y. And then you put them together. So that's 2y. And then 2 times 2. And that's it. It's nice and simple, huh? So again, soap. For the signs, find out what's being cubed, and then it's this one first 1 times 1, 1 times 2, 2 times 2. Alright, let's go for the complicated one now. So they always work the same. We already know that's a perfect cubed, because it's a 3. And that's a perfect cube. So we would get a 2 and a y. Let's do this one in green just to give it a little bit clearer. A 2 and a y. And then here we would get a 3 and then a z. And what times 3 gives us 6? 2. Remember, that's the multiplication. So 2 times 3 is 6, and there it is. So sign-wise, so little parenthesis, big parenthesis, it's same, opposite, always positive. And then we can write it in, 2y, 3z squared. So it's 2y, 2y, so that's 4y squared. And then 2y, 3z squared. So 2 times 3 is 6, y, z squared. And then it's 3z squared, 3z squared. So that's 9. And then 2 plus 2 is 4. And there's the factored form. And that's difference of cubes and sum of cubes.